victoria contra Mauricio Herrero en una pelea que fue muy cerrada también. Pues vamos a ver cómo regresa después de esa pelea contra Mauricio Herrero.
Hasta el momento 28 victorias, tiene 16 knockouts, está invicto en este plano boxístico.
In this round, Guerrero would go down a couple of times, and this is where the first knockdown happened. When Lemieux has you on the ropes, he just cranks up those hooks to the body and the head. Sometimes he squares himself up and can be hit, but his attack is so relentless that you just can't keep him off you. And there is Guerrero taking a knee, and this is where the stoppage of this fight. The uppercut from Lemieux, yes, he's known as a left hook artist for the most part, but he's got some power in the right hand, both in his butt. He's looking for anything that will land, and there's the beautiful uppercut on the inside. He is an exciting fighter to watch, a 25-year-old who knows how to get the job done and knows how to finish. And he basks in the glory of
angles, Brad, come on!
Last round of the fight. And at this point, Spence was landing single shots, but everything landing. He gets his man in trouble. He backs him up. He backs him to the ropes. Now watch Bird come in, the referee. And you see Bird say, gotta show yourself something. And sure enough, Castro threw enough punches to extend the beating another minute or so. And this is the end of the fight in super slow-mo. Look at these shots. Oh, that left uppercut. Well, that was enough. Yeah, that was about as brutal a punch as Spence had landed the whole fight, and that convinced Bird finally to call it a day.
Coming off the second longest layoff of his career, but Pacquiao also showing us that aggressive style.
Counter right uppercut by Pacquiao. They're going tit for tat here in round two. I know they don't exactly exist anymore, but this is a phone booth fight thus far. Plenty of fistic fireworks on display here in our main event. Oh, left hook just backed up Pacquiao. They are fighting like the dentist and the carpenter, tooth and nail.
This is starting to have a fight of the year type of feel to it.
A good old-fashioned brawl to close out the evening here in Southern California. Very happy, but bruised and battered Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
Great. Saw his man was hurt, and there was no contest after that.
Yeah, Quinones took some huge shots here toward the end of round 7. And Charlie Fitch could have called a knockdown alone because Quinones catapulted into the ropes, and clearly the ropes kept him up. Watch how he runs into the ropes here. That could have been ruled a knockdown, and it would have been interesting to see if Fitch did rule a knockdown there, whether he would have allowed the fight to continue. But I think we all agree, Quinones looked like a beaten fighter.
Yeah, he did.
You see his balance. Look at his balance. He's shaking there. His feet are shaking. Well, Odom showed power in round 7, something he hasn't done throughout his career.
Great ability to finish. When he had his man hurt, it was over.
They hit that before he would score a knockdown later in the round. That was the big right hand. Now remember, Love had been buzzed by a right hand a couple of rounds earlier, but this one did much more damage. And then we will see where the knockdown occurs. Again, the straight right hand. And Love in all kinds of trouble here. He had been holding before this, but in this instance, could not avoid going down, and he did in fact go down. And then in an odd situation,
Devastating shot. There's the jab. Linares waiting for it. Iron Terry would have been better off not throwing any punches. He would have lasted a lot longer in this fight, I'll tell you.
Take another look at the knockdown in extreme slow-mo.
And why did he get knocked out? Well, for one reason, Iron Terry jabbed, and as he brought the jab back, he brought it down instead of bringing it back to where he threw it from.
To the body with the right hand. Counter left hook upstairs by Lopez, who gets tagged again with a left and a right. And now the fisted fireworks begin between Lopez and Vargas, with Lopez is back along the ropes. Well, round 2 between Lopez, Ponce de Leon 2 is a candidate for round of the year, looks like. As Lopez and Vargas toe-to-toe, mano a mano, hitting each other with fire. Final minute of the third. Straight right by Vargas. And this crowd has erupted.
I don't think it's a great idea. I want my trends like this guy, because he's getting the ones, the exchanges, and he's the wider puncher. Vargas seems to keep punching. It worked against Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon punching.
And Lopez staggered as Vargas going in, working the body diligently.